Welcome to another episode of RaiderTV. I'm Meredith Lloyd.
And I'm Kate Gill. Let's get right into it.
Raiders, now through the 30th, there is a food drive happening. There are locations set up around the school. We talked to Chris, Zane, and Samuel to learn more about it.
As a part of our IB diploma, we are required to do a project under CAS where it's like a 10-hour project, and we decided to do a food drive.
So for this project, we've partnered with NHS and Beta, so you can drop off your food and get hours from them. And the drop boxes, we have one in the Commons, we have one in NHS, Miss Carlin's room, Beta, Miss Martin's room, we have one in Miss Pace's room, and one in Miss Andrews' room for Spanish.
This past weekend, the Atlee Robotics team participated in the Portsmouth qualifier. After finishing 4th in the competition, they received an invitation to the Second Seed Alliance for playoffs. The Atlee Robotics team is now rated 158th in scoring out of more than 3,000 teams worldwide. Ashley Markin was nominated for the first Robotics Dean's List World Semifinals, while KJ Loyal won the Excellence in Safety Award. The crew is eager to compete this weekend in Deep Run's Glen Allen qualifier. Good luck, Raiders.
March Madness is always crazy, yet it somehow got even crazier. The first round saw many major upsets. 13-seed Furman beat Virginia, a game that had a wild ending. Princeton continued the streak of a 15-seed making the Sweet 16 with their wins over 2-seeded Arizona and 7-seeded Missouri. And the unthinkable happened again, with 16-seed FDU beating number 1 seed Purdue. Only the second time in the history a 16-seed has beat a number 1 seed. The rest of the first round was pretty normal, with most of the higher seeded teams winning. Then in the second round, another 1 seed got knocked out by a number 8 seed Arkansas, beating 1 seed Kansas. Another shocking win was 7 seed Michigan State beating 2nd seed Marquette to advance to the Sweet 16.
March 29th, there will be a March Madness basketball tournament against students and teachers. Tickets are $1. If you are entered in the tournament, please check the bulletin board in the Commons to make sure your team is correct.
Spring break is almost here, Raiders. Next Thursday is the last day before we get off and the last day of quarter 3. Make sure to get all of your work turned in and enjoy your break.
Speaking of spring break, Mackenzie and Maddie went around the halls of Atlee to ask your fellow Raiders about plans for the break.
Hey y'all, I'm Mackenzie.
And I'm Maddie.
And we finna find out what y'all doing this spring break.
Let's get into it, Raiders. Who am I here with?
Amber.
And what are you doing this spring break?
I'm going to California.
Cool.
Who am I here with?
JP.
What are your spring break plans?
Work and play golf.
Cool. Who am I here with?
Charlotte.
What are your plans for spring break, Charlotte?
I think I'm going to go to Florida and hang out with my friends.
Dope.
Who am I here with?
Jordan.
And what are your plans for spring break?
I'm going to Florida to see my brother.
Cool. Solid.
Who am I here with?
Emily.
What are your spring break plans?
I want to go somewhere, but I'm probably just going to go to my grandparents' house or just stay home and sleep.
Relatable.
Who am I here with?
I'm Hayden I am gonna be on the Boston Celtics for the team.
And what are you doing spring break?
Spring break, I'm gonna go down to my Mimi's and work a bit on the lawn. I gotta do a meeting and cut the grass, get ready for it. So, and by the way, the Boston Celtics are gonna win the entire tournament, so be ready.
Thank you.
Who am I here with?
Gabby Henderson.
What are your spring break plans?
I'm going to my grandma's house.
What are your plans for spring break?
Just, having fun with my brother and doing that kind of stuff.
That sounds fun, Savannah. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, who am I here with?
Jordan Simmers.
What are your plans this spring break?
I'm going on a cruise.
Okay, fair.
Yeah. What are you doing for spring break?
I don't know. I might go to a baseball game.
That's kind of boring.
Kind of lame.
Maybe you want to check out a new restaurant over spring break. Evelyn, Karis, and Mackenzie bring us a local restaurant review in the latest episode of Munch.
We got our food.
Ooh, I'm getting high.
All right.
As usual. Why don't I just hold it back?
Yeah.
Stop playing with them, Ryan.
You thought I was feeling you? No. Then I'm Munch.
welcome to another installment of Munch. I'm Karis Buck.
And I'm Evelyn Slaughter. Today we will be eating at Moore Street Cafe in Richmond.
As usual, we'll be ranking on their food, service, and their style.
Let's munch.
We arrived at the Moore Street Cafe in Richmond, which was on the outskirts of the city located in a small brick building. They had artwork on the side, and the front of the building was very aesthetically pleasing. We had to wait to be seated, and they had an indoor and an outdoor waiting area available to all customers. Since it was cold and the wait was pretty long, the restaurant had a nice shop next door, so we checked that out while we waited. The restaurant also displayed their menu options and their special of the day outside. Once we got the text from the hostess, we were told to come inside and get our table.
The style was very vintage and decorated like the 80s. They had a lot of cool artwork and multiple dining rooms with different themes. We ranked the style a 5 on the Munchometer.
It's syrup.
We got our food, let's munch.
It's time for food rankings. The menu had many good options and they were reasonably priced. We ordered French toast and pancakes and all got different sides. We all ranked the food a 5 out of 5 on the Munchometer.
Although the wait was long, the servers got our food to us pretty quickly, so we rank it a 4 on the Munchometer.
Thank y'all for watching our last episode of Munch.
See y'all later.
Verification forms are due tonight at 9 p.m. Follow the directions posted on your Class of Schoology page to find your form. This form will allow you to approve your class choices for next year or make any necessary changes. If you don't make tonight's deadline, there will be another chance in May. The last day to make changes is July 20th.
Let's send it over to Evelyn Slaughter for our weekly sports update.
This was a very busy week for Atlee Sports. Let's get right into it. The boys soccer JV and varsity had a game Tuesday versus Glen Allen and a game Thursday versus Spotsylvania. The girls soccer and JV also had a game Tuesday versus Glen Allen and a game Thursday versus Spotsylvania. The boys JV and varsity lacrosse had a game Monday versus Deep Run and a game today versus Woodbury. The girls JV and varsity lacrosse also had a game Monday versus Deep Run and have a game today versus Powhatan. The baseball team had a game Thursday versus Spotsylvania. The softball team had a game Monday versus Cosby and a game Thursday versus Spotsylvania and also have a game today versus Hickory. The track team has an invitational on Friday and Saturday at CNU. I'm Evelyn Slaughter, and that's all I have for you today.
Atlee students, the Beta Club will be holding a book drive to help benefit the small free libraries around the Atlee community. You can bring in new or used books for all ages. You can drop donations off in the drop box located in the Commons every day until Thursday, March 30th. Beta and NHS hours will be offered for the book donations. That's all the time we have for you today. I'm Kate.
And I'm Meredith. This is our last episode before spring break, so we'll see you in April.